we do have the second presentation, which would be carried out by or given by Suresh Ramadoss, and he will talk about to us an overview on the Gusto lifeboat design. Suresh has a background in engineering of EPC and construction projects with an overall experience of about 25 years in the industry and about 20 years in the UAE. He has an honors degree in mechanical engineering and master's in engineering management. He has performed and managed several multi-million-dollar offshore and marine projects throughout his professional career. His experience ranges from FPSO topside modules, platforms, jackets, living quarters, jack-up vessels, barges, turrets, tank farms, and several others. Currently, he is the head of engineering team at EVERSENDAI Offshore and looking to build a team across Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, and India to execute all types of EPC projects with state-of-the-art 3D modeling design, technology, and management system. Please welcome Mr. Suresh Ramadoss.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction, Mr. Joe. Thank you to Aries Marine for inviting me to this presentation. I would like to start with a very brief introduction to EVERSENDAI Offshore, as I do not know how many people in the offshore industry know EVERSENDAI Offshore. EVERSENDAI Offshore is a part of a bigger group of company called EVERSENDAI, which is a Malaysian-owned company, and they are very prominent in this region with regards to the structural buildings. We see the many iconic buildings in Dubai is done by EVERSENDAI Group, EVERSENDAI Engineering, etc. So EVERSENDAI business segmentation ranges from structural steel, reinforced concrete, mechanical and electrical works, and industrial power plants, and now they ventured into oil and gas. The group has a history of building the first project in 1982, which is predominantly a structural building, and then on to see, you can see in 1996, the group endeavored in UAE to build the Burj Al Arab, and then on to many other buildings or iconic buildings across the world. If you go around in Dubai, and go into the website, you'll find all the major buildings in Dubai has been built by EVERSENDAI. And of late, in 2013, 2014, the group has ventured into oil and gas, and there's a fabrication yard built in Ras Al Khaimah, which I will go in a little bit of detail. And we've got a yard which is about 200,000 square meters and can build all kinds of projects, EPC, jackets, topsides, etc. At this point in time, our corporate philosophy, obviously, as you see, is compliance to safety, conformance to quality, and adherence to schedule, and obviously all this lead to total client satisfaction. That's a corporate group structure. I'm not going to read through everything, but all I want to say is the major group is the EVERSENDAI Corporation, and EVERSENDAI Offshore is a part of EVERSENDAI Group, which is now in Ras Al Khaimah. We have a head office in Business Bay in Dubai. Just as a group, the core areas EVERSENDAI is operating is we have in regional offices in Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha, Chennai, Ras Al Khaimah, Baku, and Sharjah. And there's about 300 projects executed in about 14 countries, as you can see. The company has about 6 fabrication plants and nearly about 15,000 employees. The company has a value proposition. We have a solid track record in terms of the group itself, and the staff at EVERSENDAI Offshore is very experienced. It may be a new company, but the people in the group are very experienced hands. And then we focus on, we capitalize on that experience and also the background of the team. We are a focused company, quality focused, and as you can see, around you, all the projects have been delivered on time. What we do as EVERSENDAI Offshore, we endeavor to do the refurbishments, modifications of rigs, conversion to MOPUs, onshore and offshore modules, FPSO topsides, new build jack-up rigs, and of course the jack-up lift boats, etc. We offer engineering, procurement, construction, commissioning services to the oil and gas industry, and those are the areas we can help the industry with. We have quite a few facilities. Main one is in Hamria and Ras Al Khaimah, whereas there are smaller facilities in Dubai and of course several other places in the world, in Malaysia, etc. The Ras Al Khaimah yard is quite big. It's about size of 16 FIFA pitches, about 200,000 square meters, with about 550 meters of quayside, where we can load out anywhere along the quayside. That's a general view of the yard in 3D. We have blasting, priming shop, sub-assemblies, exotic pipe shop, and you can see the vast yard for assembly. That was the previous one was just a 3D view, and this is a real picture of what it is today. And the shops are about 20 meters high under the hook, and you can build almost anything, like any module, etc. in the yard. The current construction going on is the lift boat, which I'm going to just talk about, which is of Gusto design. We have a fully equipped engineering team and which works on 3D and an integrated 3D platform wherein we endeavor to have less errors or problems during fabrication phase. Just range of disciplines covered in our engineering team. A quick brief on the capabilities. We can start from the feed design, and then we can go on and finish up to fabrication engineering, construction engineering, and up to load-out studies. Well, I just now want to move on to the actual topic itself. We are building this lift boats for Vahana Offshore, and it is a Gusto design. These two vessels are called Aryan and Arjun. They are classed to DNVGL. The notation would be 1A1 self-elevating offshore support unit, self-propelled E0, DPS2, helideck and crane. Its flag country is Singapore. That's the main characteristics of the vessel. It's got a length of 61 meters, width of 36 meters, and it's a depth of 6 meters, and an overall length of 92 meters. And the footing is a cannon pin type with 5 meters width across. The jacking system is one of the critical items in the vessel, so we've gone with a reputed design from Gusto, which is a floating outpost rack and pinion with variable speed motors, which can do a pre-holding capacity of 2,750 tons per leg. The lifting speeds vary from 0.2 to lowering speed of 1.2 meter maximum. The main power units, which is gensets, come from Bostech, which is an MTU engine coupled with an alternator of 1550 kilowatt for the main engines and 600 kilowatt for the emergency gensets. It's a water-cooled engine. The main thrusters come from Shuttle, it's 1200 kilowatt, which can propel the vessel to about a minimum of 5 knots. And this has been proven in the other vessels which have been built along with this. It's got 2 forward and 2 aft thrusters. The design is not unfamiliar to most of the people. The DP system, which is one of the critical things in the vessel, is coming from reputed Kongsberg systems, which is again who's a leader in DP systems in the world. The main crane, which is a 300-ton capacity crane, which has got a 45-meter boom length, and it's from Huisman. And the auxiliary crane is a 12.5-ton, 30-meter radius, 30-meter boom length, which is across the on the starboard side of the vessel. Main design conditions, you can see it can operate for survival. It can operate at water depth of 68.5. with an air gap of 7.5 meter, maximum wave height of 5 meters, wind speed of 1.5, leg penetration of 1 meter. And the extreme operating condition is at 70 meter, an air gap of 10 meter, wave height of 5 meter, a wind speed of 1.5 meter, and a penetration of 1 meter. During transit, it can hold about a variable load of 1,300 tons with a draft of 3.8 meters. The legs will be fully retracted, and the overall displacement will be about 7,300 tons. The maximum speed, or minimum speed, as I said, is about 5 knots. The helideck is compliant to 2015 CAP 437. It can take helicopters Sikorsky 609, S92, and EZ225. Takeoff weight is 12.8 tons. The accommodation, which was initially designed for 150 POB, we have upgraded it to 200 POB because we felt that the market needed a 200 POB more than 150 POB to make the vessel more versatile. So those are the details of the levels. You'll find that it could easily accommodate 200 POB without any problems. The deck loading, this is a standard design from Gusto. You can see it's 10 ton per square meter on the main deck, and the deck area is about 900 square meters. Those are the tank capacities if anything is of interest. We at EVERSENDAI, we are committed to quality, efficiency, and teamwork. Thank you very much.